and bottles and cables. I think this is the first Girls Frontline thing I've done since the new client. I'm pretty sure. It's the first I've done on new TV at least, and oh my, that works out. The TV can more accurately reproduce the colors of the iPad than the capture card can. I need to replace that. I think that's the next thing I'll do, is like replace that. If things continue as they are, I might even be able, if I can get my hands on one, be able to grab like a RTX 3070. It's weird to me that they have come on, faster. They have like the collab guys, or linking the community guys in game, which is, you know, it's neat. It's really neat and fun and nice of them to do. Helps players, help the people who make them, but also it's just kind of weird to me that they would just link to the guide. I don't know, it's a weird concept to me. Most of the new client stuff is like pretty standard. Oh, the new stuff actually won't come up for a bit. Although there is this. One sec. If I sweep over here, ta-da! Multiple adjutants. I only have 2 set right now because these are the only 2s whose live 2D I'm extremely taken with. I haven't, honestly, also haven't looked through a lot of other ones to actually put them in yet. The hitboxes for Aug's voice lines are so huge though, if she's on the screen whenever I'm like doing logistics or whatever, she'll just start talking across the logistics voice lines. Well, nothing else for it. I guess there is this. Look at my giant piles of data. This is the main new thing they added. Is that a cheeky spoiler? I think that's a cheeky spoiler. Oh shit. I was about to point out and go like, hey, they've put in a bunch, they've taken them out now. Look, like, they've put in a whole bunch of like bosses past and future in here, but they've taken them out already. And they put in the event boss, or one of the event bosses. That's a concerning thing to see. Alright. Interesting. They let you know what you can deploy ahead of time. Of course. This is an event, because it's relatively new, there hasn't been time for like what it contains and everything in it to just osmos out and spread across like English social media and stuff. So this is... It's kind of like how a lot of the details of Easter were unknown to me. Or like, basically the entirety of Shattered Connexion onwards is more or less unknown to me. Outside of like some basic premise stuff and stuff I've seen in the CG trailers for events. This one didn't even have that, so this is basically a total mystery. She's not even on EN yet. You're taunting us with this. The joke with Purple Carcano is that she lies constantly, so you just read what she says as the opposite. But is this... I wonder if we're going to see any of the other future dolls. I say future, Japan has her already. We don't. And that, it just annoys me because like she's a good shotgun. And also look at her. You're just teasing your sister. A nice touch, as far as I know, based on like the little PV and stuff, is that all of the dolls that'll be involved in the story are all of the Italian guns, which is a nice touch. As Gunslinger goes, set in Italy. While I'm sure it is true for the purposes of the story, do you really believe any of your dolls, given the stuff they get up to on holidays? Charcoal grilled pizza. I don't know anything about pizza because I don't eat it. Also blessed that the almighty pizza lion does indeed make her own pizza. Spas as well. He's had a big brainwave. good that they have equipment that can just divide up audio like this on the fly. Yep. It's the name of the agency from Gunslinger Girl. This is more cybernetic alternate worlds shit, isn't it? So they seem to be explaining a lot of these crossovers, I'm noticing. To be fair, like, VA11 did imply that Glitch City was like a real place. Oops, I forget what you called the city in VA1. Implied that the city was a real place. It's just that, you know, 416 got absolutely wasted in a bar and inhaled a ghost and made a cyber version. Giuseppe. Really logging in, like, via the brain into this, that feels a bit... It is nice to see the commander more directly involved in this one, I suppose. Which makes sense, given the whole handler thing. Not an ominous song at all. Play along. Yep, we've entered as her handler. Fuck. Whole story. Here. I don't know how many nodes. Actually, it'll probably tell me on the event screen because it's an Easter style event. But I do know they posted like the rewards list, and the ordering of the rewards list kind of confused me because it implies like there's like one level has 2 EX versions or something like that, which is weird. There's not that many actual missions comparatively, which isn't strange for these, I suppose. Like VA11. I mean, DJ Max was all maps basically. That was one of the older style events. Let's go with Spass. Lady in the immaculate uniform. We have Rico. Well, it's nice to really explain this. The framework is pretty cheekily done to let them explain it as in the setting, just directly. Yeah, we do know that Yuzong, director of the game and all, is a fan of this, and he's encouraged people to read Gunslinger Girl. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was I think it's pretty safe to say it is a major influence on Girls Frontline. Tonally, conceptually, and all, although Girls Frontline would spiral off wildly into its very much its own thing. Just a similar base concept. Much closer to Metal Gear at this point, really, isn't it? Should be a bit more graceful about this, Commander, considering the shit you've been through. I feel like surviving the Naito interrogation would at least made you like craftier about lying. Oh boy. The fuck? Is this our enemy? Teatrino, I think the Angel Wings is coalition forces, which means Sangvis forces, but we don't have Sangvis forces. 25,000. Ooh, baby. Yeah, that's some mad difference. That's a copyright notice, I was wondering. I just suddenly saw the Japanese up there. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Oops. Just immediately what I can only really describe as Italian music. Hmm. Pre-war. So I go like, it's not that far back, but oh yeah. We are in the very far future, and there was a World War III here. Hmm. Kind of here. It's gonna be like Saturday and Spas 12 might have been turned into Hamlers or something, isn't it? Because they don't have Children's Day versions. Fuck me, you could handle this a lot more gracefully. I like that detail. It just pauses and she's frozen, just mid gesture. That is the thing. While they were like meaty cyborgs and all, they weren't Terminators, which T-Dolls basically are. That's it. Come on. Pardon me. Ugh. Yeah, just giving a nice, just juicy, quick summary of Gunslinger Girl. I don't follow your logic, Kalina, but sure. Oh boy. We got uniques. I guess these are Strelets or the KCCO variants. Ooh. Well, there's Angelica as a drop. Oh, you armored? Accurate. Yeah, so that's the sniper. Those are Jaegers? And so these are Sanga's fairy ones? Oh, so these are Vespids then. Those are Vespids, these are probably Rippers. What are they doing here? Take the closed teleport at the end of the turn. Eliminate the LMs on that. So either or, I guess. I get that she's like buffed to the fucking roof. She's at 102,000, so she's able to kill some shit by herself. It's you that's the issue. What's your deal? Oh, you're talking like the present, I suppose. Let's go with just taking the closed teleport and seeing what happens. Everyone aggroes the fuck. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, at least he has some intuition active. Hmm. Hmm. Is it perhaps an attempt to let them escape and be normal girls, not cyborgs? I'm curious about how, I guess this, I was, someone did tell me that this map is like the one to go to for grinding and stuff. I am curious about what you're meant to do. It's doesn't speed up. That's right, her gimmick is that she's basically just AUG. Her skill's like basically the same, she just doesn't have AUG's targeting. It's fucking funny actually to be able to focus on it though. Dude, what are these? Did they just throw Molotovs? They did. Are they uniques? That's very odd. Throwing Molotovs, that's new. At least that's new to us anyway. She's gonna lose? Just a bite? Fucking hell. They have her like ready to fire a cat or something, that was wild. Oh, we're still going. Oh, okay, I understand now. Hello, Hammer. Things are... we only have the one actual one. Things are getting wild in Gunslinger Girl. Sure. Well, like, we need to take that spot basically now. Move. Why do you love touchscreen controls? Tired, man. Ah. Activate until the 1st of November, and there's a Splatfest on the 30th. Hey. I might, if I remember it around the time, I will probably participate as well, like, might as well, right? Things are getting a bit fucking crazy. Stand by. These things that throw fucking Molotovs are throwing me for a loop. Like, that's new. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to try more. I've seen a lot of people play, you know, watched a lot of people playing it. Ah, yes. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people playing Mario 35, and I'm interested enough to try it out myself. But, you know, that's just whenever I got a chance. Yeah. Gunslinger Girl's not a happy thing. This is not their U. I forgot to put their proper thing back. M16 getting the most out of her armor right now because Ara's been shredded by this fucking Molotovs. That was a fight with a limited drop. Those seem to be cyber. We're in a cyberspace thing, so what we're seeing are like cybernetic human terrorists from the Five Republics thing and Gunslinger Girl. So yes, we are not just now gunning down people. Don't we haven't changed that much. Nano Ghost only being like one command point is very handy, given how good it is. This one's probably gonna suck because these are snipers. See if Streamlight. I didn't activate, now that goes again. Well, let's see how we do. Yeah, they just sniped the shit out of her from a mile off. These are super sanguis or something, because that's a charge shot special. This event, granted, this is the EX map, so actually that makes sense. If these are just reskins of Sanguis units, it's no wonder they're that powerful. I forgot that I played the EX map. I really started a lot of comments, so don't die. A little moment of self-reflection. It's fine. We all have our habits. Outer Worlds comes out in Steam next week. I still have to play that. I have it on Game Pass. Yeah, it's Well, you might as well just get it on PC probably, because like your rig should be able to run it pretty handily actually. Did they say they were going to patch the Switch version? Like, I assume it's not exactly a great release just because how the hell could you pull that off on the Switch gracefully, given Obsidian's track record with tech, but they did. Fair enough. Still working on the patch. Oh, fair enough. What was I going to say about the Outer Worlds? It's beyond the fact that I have to go play it still. Hang on a sec. Ugh, sorry. Sneezed. Fuck me. Here we go. Why are love catching on the fucking metal frame of these bottles? Seeing guys that worked on Doom 2016 are working on Eternal doing it, that would explain why they're taking a while, if they're having difficulties with one or the other. Like, I'd be kind of surprised, like, given how long it's taken, I'm gonna be surprised that we actually see the Switch version of Doom Eternal finally hit, honestly. Ugh. Yeah. So it would seem the conceit of the story is that digitized versions of the girls from Gunslinger Girls have been basically sealed in dreamland. Alright, we need to go repair the living shit out of the dolls. Yeah, I know, Ugg. I touched part of the screen. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, back we go. Very poetic description there. They've done a good job of carrying forth how like fucked the conditioning is as a thing. Ugh. Oh, you're back to normal. Did Henrietta address the fact that she's now like changed from tiny girl to massive, tall, neon Italian warrior? Yeah. You know, it is kind of sad, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, level 5's, I guess I'm gonna have to say the fault lies with the CEO, Akihiro Hino. He has mismanaged him into the fucking toilet super hard over these like last several years. Like kind of ridiculously so. I feel like they do. We've addressed that. Yeah, like, by the sound of it, like, they pretty much did close everything down, like, middle of last year, and it's just wrapping up now. Which, given they've done, like, recently at Tokyo Game Show, they were saying, like, they said they're pausing the development of the next Inazuma 11 game, which has been in development for, like, years now. But, it feels kind of like they probably just shelved it for whatever reason. Like, not even just, like, pause, but, like, oh, this is just going in the fucking bin for a bit, if we even survive long enough to take it back out. It really weirdly feels like they're trying to go all in on fucking Yokai Watch Academy Y, which doesn't make any sense because that is far and away the, like, least popular iteration of Yokai Watch, like, to date. Internally, you know, God knows about how people who actually watch it or whatever think of quality, but in terms of, like, actual numbers and everything, it, like, even Shadowside and fucking Forever Friends did better. That's sick. God damn you, pizza lion. I mean, aren't you? Oh, you did. Angelica's whole thing is that she was kind of sickly. Which, you know, just added to the general suffering and tragedy. My name is Carcino. You don't seem to be surprised by the fact that she's, you know, an adult woman. But probably don't judge. So, the girls in Gunslinger Girl are cyborg in the sense that, like, you know, they were real people. Yeah, they are real people. They are real, you know, children who've just been cybernetically augmented with, you know, they all almost died in, like, tragic accidents or whatever, and then the Social Welfare Agency, as it calls itself, scooped them up, cybernetically rebuilt them, and then, you know, conditioned them into short-lived assassins that are hell-bent on serving the whims of their handlers and, you know, killing people as needed. It's an assassin agency. There is actually a direct note earlier in the story that the cyborgs in Gunslinger's Girl do not match up at all. They like two T-dolls, which makes sense because T-dolls are built for warfare and were built to deal with nuclear fallout and zombies. So they are all basically Terminators, whereas the girls in Gunslinger Girls are just cybernetically augmented little girls. Oh yeah, they're more than half. Like, the brain and everything, all that is still, like, people, of course, but, like, most of the body is machinery, as in it's all, like, you know, limbs, muscles, everything is, like, machinery or enhanced by machinery. The fuck is that? Sorry, give me a sec. Yeah, they're fleshy is the way to put it. Sorry, give me a sec. I'd say T-dolls are people. I mean, They are, and in a way, technically, the cyborgs of Gunslinger Girl are actually less people than T-Dolls, because they are conditioned to be killing machines that are like senselessly loyal, like to their handler above and beyond everything. Like their handler comes before everything, even their own lives. Whereas not even all T-Dolls are that crazy. But yeah, give me a sec here. Yeah, I mean, I give it the stream the title I gave it for a reason. It is Artisanal Italian Depression. Well, Japanese because it's a manga, but set in Italy. Oh, pardon me. But yeah, Gunslinger Girl is not a sorry, just budging about how I'm trying to like move in such a way that I don't bend the cable of the fucking iPad HDMI dongle so much, so because I don't want the fucking get damaged. But say love you. They forgot everything, yes, but they do forget some things. This is like probably the most thematically appropriate like collaboration of all of them by far. Let's go with sometimes. Oh yeah, so the gimmick is, as we've logged into this little hidden cyber world, the commander has been flagged as Henrietta's handler, Giuseppe. Hence the freezing here. And unlike the others who were like, or sealing these like extra little cyber worlds in the Vita, Vita means life, Henrietta was sitting outside, implying that she's just been sitting here waiting for God knows how long. If we presume that this is cheekily implying, the way VA 1's collab did, cheekily implying that this is indeed in the world of Girls Frontline, then she's been stuck here for decades. As the outside world fell into, bio-nuclear zombie hell. Probably not even in Italy anymore, really, in Girls Frontline's world. Apparently there isn't in America, but we'll see what becomes of that when we get to The Division. Again, I am kind of annoyed by how graceless the commander is in these things. Like, I get like, oh, you know, yeah. I mean, it's not even so much like, oh, like perfectly guess everything exactly right, but it's just like, knowing that you are meant to be this girl's handler, surely you would try to avoid as many little stumbles like this as possible. You know? Cyborg conditioning can only get you so far. Like, so she starts talking about the stars, just go like, oh yeah, and don't outright ask, do you like them? I'm just saying, a bit more grace from this dipshit. It's what I would expect from him after fucking Continuum Turbulence, where he's getting the shit beaten out of him in an interrogation by Nidos. I guess he has to be a bit of a dipshit, to be fair. Basically, yeah. Would you not dip this man into shit? I mean, I would assume the presumption is not so much like, oh, she's been forgotten by the world and left behind, as it is, her handler has probably fucking died. Well, if not in the events of the story. I haven't read all of Gunslinger Girl, I've only read like a few volumes of it. I assume some bits is gonna spoil things, but I won't know. And yeah, it's out of print in the UK, so fuck it. I might try and track it down online, like to read online, but it's out of print, so fuck. Okay. Yep, Rico. This seems like a bad idea. I know, like, he wants to do this as fast as possible, but you're trying not to harm, you know, the girls in here. You probably shouldn't just abandon Henrietta here. Pizza in the dormitory. It's probably not the cyborgs then, is it? As far as we know, it could be a fucking Nido at the end of this. It was a Nido irresponsible for VA11, so... This is actually a CG already in the game. Not a new one for this, just to point out. I think the street one might have also been one from the game already, but I wouldn't know. I don't remember seeing it. Indubitably. Suspicious weirdo. Yep. I've never beaten it. I have played a bit of Mischief Makers through emulator. I never owned it. I never got very far into it. I don't remember why. I think I was having issue with the controls. But that could have just been improperly configured emulator shit, really. Or just not adapting to, like, you know, its specific controls. Someone's making a Mischief Makers inspired game. Not surprised with how that one comes up a lot as one of the, you know, cult classics, so to speak. Is this like a new one, or has this been out for a bit, or what? And what's it called, actually? Oops. Getting a Kickstarter soonish. Hey. This is taunting. This Spas outfit, her marching band outfit, is only available in the Chinese version of GFL because it was a code that came with some merchandise. I think like a bit of clothing only sold on the the Chinese GFL merch store, because there is only a Chinese merch store. They mostly, so they've acknowledged a lot in the like when people are wrong the English version of the game and going like we're still trying to work out how exactly we want to like distribute this in English, which I guess means doing it in a way that doesn't piss off Chinese players who probably paid a lot to get the merch that had the code with it. So bleh, who knows? Yeah, but I've seen guys who made that Wonder Wickets game. But yeah, it's Liam. I want this outfit badly. I know nothing about coffee, just as I know nothing about pizza. You had fancy Ristretto coffee when you were a student in war-torn Eastern Europe in the post-bionuclear World War III hellscape. Alright. There either still is in Italy, and it's not as affected as we think. Sure, World War III apparently was mostly fought in Eastern Europe here in this game. I have no idea what a demitasse is. Game's called Double Shake. I guess Shake Shake would have been a bit too much on the nose, would it? That's a good title though. He did just call you by your name. But if she knows that she's Rico, then what's Spass's deal in here? Because in the last one, Carcano just replaced Angelica directly. The deal with Rico and John is that the way they arranged things, they had like a brother-sister relationship, and that's in part because Rico actually did look like John's younger sister, who I think died, I don't remember. Well, died or was implied to have met or, you know, be suffering some unfortunate end. Because the suffering is not just on the side of little girls. Everyone suffers in Gunslinger Girls. He has a basic acknowledgement of the physical limits of the tiny child carrying his packages. I know egg sandwiches are a thing, but it's still just a weird idea to me. But then, like, the only thing I ever put in sandwiches really is, like, ham. So who am I to say? Fair play. I still need to do that. I still need to like put egg in rice whenever I'm doing rice. I forgot about that for a bit, but part of it's also like getting my hands on the rice that's actually good for it. Because right now we're stuck with like little shitty rice packets right now. I say shitty, they're fine, but they're little like cup things and not like actual. Say actual. I guess it's not, you know what I mean. I'm fussy, basically. Hard boiled, soft boiled, even just fried. Well, yeah, I imagine you would just, you just kind of squeeze the yolk all over the fucking place. Although, I suppose, like, scrambled might technically work, because the scrambled egg is how I like my egg the most. I guess that would technically work in a sandwich, but it's just so good to eat by itself. Pardon me. That and like, again, it's a weird notion putting into a sandwich for me, even though I'm like, it's a pretty common thing. Shit. Hang on. Came a bit loose there. Are we good? Okay, we're good. I was like trying to adjust this because it's like tilted a bit right now, again to avoid any cable damage, and accidentally moved the iPad such that it knocked it loose a bit. Fucking. Almost like she's had a little perfect setup to live as comfy a life as possible. Rico desires the struggle. Rico believes that Sisyphus was happy. And is at his most satisfied with the world, life, and the universe when he struggles. Struggle against the absurdist universe, where it is unfeeling and attempting to crush you. All about that. Only slightly? Children have it good in the post-World War III nuclear hellscape. Unless you live in Belgrade, in which case... that or, Italy has it really good. One of the two. I realize he's just talking shit to keep in line with her expectations in the script and everything, but it's just a funny notion. Well, maybe. Rico as a T-doll is kind of like a fusion of M200, who is, the rifle T-doll who can't miss when her ability's going off. The sure hit T-dolls, who she gets used a lot in ranking stuff. And another one called Kibiu Idiot, in that her shots have like splash damage when they land, which makes her like, in some ways, like quite a bit better than M200, because she can deal like damage, but you can only get one Rico because you can only get her from the shop, the event shop. Point is, she'll always have a happy life until I inevitably use her in ranking, and then everyone cries. Alright, time to go find your idiot. Very philosophical, but, stick to the sticks of the mission, my man. How could you miss that outfit, though? So they're running on a script. There you have it. Virtual skips in like level 2 T-Doll consciousness. The level 2 of the T-Doll's neural minds is better than dreams. Simulation within the simulation. Well, Wick Models is pretty... KXD. Is that KFC? Wick Models. Yeah, so that's one way of doing it. Which fast food thing was it they teamed up with? The Chinese server got a collaboration, has like a costume for a certain doll. Who was it? It might have been McDonald's. I forget who, but it was like some fast food chain, which was cosmically funny. And we're probably not seeing that one. Maybe, who knows? It is like a global fast food chain. It's not like a China specific one. They really are. I think ones like this and like a lot of Japanese stuff are especially funny because like they don't realize like the naming convention of McDonald's. Like they don't realize what the the MC, the Mc bit is, like where it comes from or how that works. So they think they can just replace the M and it will sound roughly okay, because to them it does sound okay because it's just sounds in their language, it's not an actual word in their language. It's just a funny thing to see. KXD for KFC though is a new one. Because usually they change the K or the C or both of those, and then keep the F or something to be prominent so you know who it is. And then here it's just like, nah, it's just K and then the rest of it. Are we inside Spas 12's mind? Coina. Steady on. Kentucky X-ray chicken. God. We scan your chicken for you. There aren't many verbs starting with X. No, they're not. There aren't, are there? Steady on, Kalina. Like, you're not wrong, but also... This is, like, it is canonically set after VA11, so we do know. We have the technology. I mean, it's also DJ Max, which was the first instance of just extracting consciousnesses from the old virtual worlds and giving them T-Doll bodies. I mean, she's in the process of losing herself. And there's guns. Alright. 2. And there's Claes. Claes is an odd one. Her skill is like, she's a machine gun. Her skill is that she spends like several seconds at the start of a fight not doing anything, like in a charge state, and then when she goes into her actual attacking state, she's like, just goes fuck wild for like another several seconds, then goes back to not attacking. It's curious. Grunts and yaps. Spass 12. Mind you, it wouldn't just be regular gunshots, because the Spass 12 is a big fuck-off shotgun. Made for hunting as well. So when he didn't just land next to gunshots, he landed next to just bang, bang, bang. And the marching band outfit is just a figment of our imaginations, never to be grasped. Kind of. Stop stealing our food, Spass 12. We need those rations. I'm just happy we get to see Spass 12 and story stuff. It's already been an entire day. Death to the 5 republics. Oh, lovely. Pardon me. If you say so. He really should get like an actual shotgun. I guess that's her taking a hit. She's armored, she's fine. Yep. This music. Just a bit ominous. Murder. I mean, either we convince her that, hey, flip things around, or oh dear. Gameplay. Alright, kill everyone but Rico. This is a map and a half. Oh, she's not here at least. Hey, stay on. Alright. Okay, so we can move there and then move out. Survive 5 turns. I want to assume we have at least like... I need someone who can hit back rows for that. I think that's a taunting sniper crew situation. That is your job. And then I didn't activate the taunt. You can't activate it going into fights anymore, which is aggravating. Yeah, they just got shredded to shit immediately. Oh, yeah, this is withdraw and redo. I really should hit the taunt on that. These are super sanguines, like, not even just regular super sanguines, these are beefy fuckers. It is kind of annoying they've changed that in the new client, where like you can't just tap the ferry button on the way into a fight anymore. Oh, in this case, was like she might spawn in later, but for now she's not there. So, hang on a sec. Everyone is displeased with that. I'm pleased again. So I'd rather have you at your max stats where possible. Yeah, it's one of the annoying bits of the new client. There's not many annoying bits, but that's one of them. Or it's just like, fuck me, come on. So strength 25,000 my hours. These are more vicious than like some of the fucking. These are actually more vicious than like fucking Isomur's EX enemies. Just combat fairies on at all times. Fuck it. And it's not ideal. Not at all. I guess it just has to be OIR SMG. What? Please watch out from ambushes from snipers stationed in the surrounding buildings. So him, is it? Does that count as adjacent? I guess it does. I mean, the problem is they kind of have to get hit, because otherwise we lose the command post instantly. Fuck me, this doesn't fuck about. What are you? Because if they have the snipers, those are anti-armor, so you might as well not bother. Yeah, EX and GSG does not fuck about. Look how much damage these things are fucking doing, goddamn. I don't know, like, because if they have snipers, like, she's dead. They have snipers and, like, I should have been that. Jesus, come on. That's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what I'm meant to do about that. Like, fuck me, this blows Isamur out of the water for difficulty. It really is, yeah. I think they're on some mission yet. Like, even they're just doing such insane damage to them with their regular shots, never mind, like, fucking... And they're also taking so much damage in return, like, look at this. Ah, fuck it, this... I don't think I can. I think I just straight up can't do this EX. I don't know like what they want you to do. The amount of damage these things are putting out is insane. Like if they're using rifle, like the Super Sang, like a clone of the Super Sanguine's rifle units, then like you can't use like shotguns to try and tank it because the shotguns will just fucking die. The Super Sanguine snipers are anti-armor. Fucking hell. They're all unhappy now.
笑った方がいいのか。普段は無駄な計算を省くために目を閉じてるだけ。視野と判断に影響はないから安心して。I need to sift through all the spare furniture and like shift lots of it off to replenish all the food stuff. Yeah, like fuck me. I think I'm just gonna have to play this on. I basically have to just go and play this on normal because I do not have this. I don't know, like the stats. I'm not even sure what they want from you for that one. I don't even think like using the shielding handguns, the ones that can produce shields, would even help because like the enemies are upon you and just tearing shit apart before the shields would get off their initial cooldown. What even is the... That is not even worth it at all either, like fuck off. Yeah, fuck it, we're just gonna play on normal. Hello. Stay on. I notice it's not dudes. Like, there's one set of dudes and everything else is just straight up Sanguis units. It's also marked everything as a mission objective. I also noticed this is... Oh, there's Rico. Okay, so she's a thing on the normal map, and she's a death stack danger. So I guess get to there before she gets to you. I'm gonna assume we can't. Yep, destroy everything except for Rico. Alright, well that means we have what? We have 2 dolls, we'll have 2 echelons, we have 4 move. Yeah, you could do that. What is up there anyway? They should be able to take that. I mean, just by raw stats they'll be able to take it pretty casually actually, but... I'm gonna have to like look up like what the suggestions is for doing this on EX, because like I have no idea how you're meant to even survive that. Like recommended power level of 25,000 by Hurry R, so those things are stronger than anything in Isamur by leagues.
I do find it interesting that it is completely different map on each version. Like, as far as I know, Isamur didn't, like, it had, like, modified maps, even heavily modified maps. It didn't have ones that were just completely different across difficulties. That's interesting. Sick. But the sheer difference is stunning. So I guess this is completion of partial objective, whatever. I guess we, you know, indulge in a bit of working off steam. Go beat shit up. This is just extensive, buddy. Here. Yeah, they do have their Molotovs here, which is interesting. These are like, I guess, very low power forms of later super enemies. That's interesting. Through they go. Rico has changed from enemy to enemy. Yeah, she is an enemy. Is there a missile gate? There's a missile gate. God damn you. I mean, at least the grinding on the normal maps is like pretty quick and easy. Judging by these. Seems like it just have actually fairly casual shitstorm. I mean, I guess it's shaped like a cocoon. This is a new CG, at least. I'll note that. We may have to go through the story now. Sabrina. That's funny. Sabrina is Spouse 12's actual name, as given by her artist. It's referenced in one of her costume stories, and it's funny to see it's actually referenced here as well. It's nice to see that they go along with actually quite a lot of the... If an artist gives like certain characters, especially like multiple characters they've drawn for the game, like little links and stories and details and shit. The devs seem pretty happy to just run with them. Forgot a full stop there. I saw that. 52 years. Well, I think it's more that her... I see what you did there. What does being cybernetically sealed inside a cyber hellhole do to the brain of a... I was gonna say to the brain of a child, but when I think about like the conditioning and everything... Brain of an especially fucked up child. A girl. She acknowledges that you're not the same John, but then, you know, speaks as if you are anyway. Been taking her isolation pretty well. I guess this must be taken after a certain... This must be taken after something in the manga then. That or just gave Rico her own fancy CG. Her alt outfit, because they usually give Collab dolls alt outfits, her one is the made one we saw. It does make taking, like, presumably this ends with taking them all out and giving them T-doll bodies. And all this does kinda does kind of ring tragic knowing that you are most likely going to be using them in echelons. And with the quality of a lot of the dolls here, like, most likely going to be using them in ranking. You don't have to fight anymore, except for when, I need someone who can't miss in Shattered Connexion EX ranking. And we're back. The gun is inside the coffee pot. The gun is never far away. It does beg the question of where the next few are gonna go then. There's 5 dolls. 4 dolls except for Henrietta. So it is kind of interesting that this is like... How would I put it? Because, like, as far as I know, Gunslinger Girl doesn't end in a way where, you know, from all that I've heard, at least, not what I've read, doesn't end in a way that would give any of them the opportunity to, like, you know, make good on what they've done to their cyborgs. It's curious is all. Thought occurs. Yeah, this one doesn't actually tell you how many nodes there are, unlike Ethamer. That's interesting. Oh, guess who's next? Tragedy for tragedy's sake. Girls Frontline. This is going to be the good ending for Gunslinger Girl. Yeah, fuck you, small child. My military-grade Terminators can play the violin better than you. And the Vita inside the Vita. Yeah, I guess it's part of the thing is like, if you can, you know, you just psychologically brainwash them to make them always want to be useful, then they'll just do fucking anything, really. Shit. It's been very funny watching. It is. I got the 120 stars on that, in part as a, you know, like a vengeance from my small child self who couldn't beat, what is it, Mario Over the Rainbow, like the special hell level next to Rainbow Ride, where you get the red coins, because as a child, for whatever reason, I could never navigate that. I could never find all the coins, and I kept like losing all altitude and not sure how to go about anywhere. And then, you know, here I did it on the first go, relatively casually, and so I was like, oh, well. You are avenged, my 6-7-year-old self. The 100 coin one that really, like, yeah, some of the 100 coin ones are, like, kind of nasty. Stuff like, pardon me, levels that are, like, segmented into two halves, where, like, once you go into the other half, you can't get back out. Like, you need to be very careful about that. Like, fucking, the pyramid in Dry Desert. You either grab as much as you can outside, because the coins are more or less evenly split across both. And oh, fuck Rainbow Ride. Just fuck Rainbow Ride. Just fuck Rainbow Ride in general. Tumbled out of the tree. Well. Yeah, the desert one is just oof. Yeah, that made her spring back to life. Then you get coins messed up. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's soul crushing. Yeah, inside the pyramid. Which is aggravating, because, like, you can't stand in that sound otherwise. Because fuck you, that's why. Carcano is good with kids. Two to go. But yeah, like, one of those are, like, ones like that are just kind of like, oh god. It is a real good game, and, like, it is still, like, it still strikes me as, like, it is intrinsically just very fun to move Mario around in that game. Even now, even with, like, you know, stuff like, oh, the camera's a bit, not even, the camera's pretty shit and all. But man, it's still just intrinsically fun to play. But then, you know, every so often it's kind of like, yeah, it just didn't have as much time in design as I think it could have had. Which makes sense, considering it was literally the cutting edge of, like, this was like their first actual real 3D game. I know Star Fox, but this is technically their actual first proper 3D game. And all the rest of it, like, God willing. Yes, I have been keeping it in mind to grab it whenever I can. They missed her name tag. They left the Chinese in. Is it? Oh, that's good, actually. I'll give that a look after the stream then. Just pounce on it and grab it. Oops, shit. Okay, no, that had the cover on still. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. €9 for it and 8 other games out of a 12-game list. I'll have to give that a gander. The question is, who's the girl? I think someone just gave away the game a bit. Perceiving a conversation she shouldn't have been able to see. Considering that, man, when am I ever gonna play this? That is the thing. I did recently take like stock of my backlog and like once you discount all like the fucking PS Plus things I picked up and been like, oh, I could probably try that, and I just never did. Like once I cut out all the ones like that which I legitimately have no interest in, it is a lot more reasonable. I also, just to, you know, give myself, I guess, encouragement or whatever, looked at some of the RPGs on, like, How Long to Beat. Because I'm kind of like, you know, they can't all be, like, 100-hour monstrosities, right? And sure enough, they're not. But it's still a sizable backlog. And, you know, it does keep growing as more games come out. Legend of Legacy again. I still need to get around to that. I'm thinking of the right thing. Finally finished the Marines. There was like a split second on the TV where like when it transitioned between like character sprites, it kind of got like a bit washy, as if like a bit fuzzy when bringing one of them in, and that makes me concerned either about, it's probably not the HDMI cable, it's probably just the dongle, but like still it makes me go like The entire thing was actually pretty neat, but alas. Sadly is the way of things. Yeah, that is a bit fuzzy on the image. Hang on a sec. Maybe I'm just noticing it because it's a bigger, fancier, higher resolution TV. And it's being filtered through a 1080p capture card from a not 1080p source, I don't know. To a not 1080p TV. I'm gonna do that, I think. Unless Microsoft do come out and go like the Series X can just play all 360 games. And when I say all, I mean like, you know, all feasible. If they have like a small list of ones that are just get a bit ganked because like their publisher or developer fucking vanished and they can't find the source code and fix it themselves, then you're not fair enough. But you know, if they get like near full 360 backwards compatibility, I will grab a Series X pretty easily. Like pretty much at launch, if not yeah, at launch or around launch, basically. That's. They released a bunch of backwards compatibility information talking about like how we got like auto HDR and fucking like certain titles have frame rate boosters and like anisotropic filtering or whatever it's called. It's kind of like, this is all pretty cool and it's actually like really nice from like preservation and enhancement standards. Like you're basically doing fancy ass remaster work on a system wide level. But I would much sooner take you engineering a solution to just run all 360, like all Xbox 360 games, and ideally also all original Xbox games, no matter what, instead of this, like, you know, fine-tuning just a selection thereof. Time will tell. Like, we do still have a month, and with Sony apparently revving up to reveal the PlayStation 5's OS through a goddamn Burger King ad in, like, 2 days, you know, there's still information to come, but yeah, I know, right? Like when you port Rare Replay to like fucking PC and then also put it on Game Pass so I can just grab it instantly. That's ages. Wonder how long 170,000 hours actually is. Doesn't matter. That image is a wee bit fuzzy and I think that's just the capture card, honestly. It's a bit aggravating, but, you know. Until I grab a fucking 4K one. The problem with grabbing a 4K one is that even the Elgato one doesn't have specs for like AMD gear, and it kind of implies that they don't support AMD gear for it, which is fucking aggravating. Because like, AMD gear is just fine. Like the Ryzen 2700X, Ryzen 7 2700X should be able to fucking handle it just fine. But, fuck me. Well, that's part of the reason why I've been considering at some point grabbing the RTX 3070, which is basically a cheaper reprint of like the 2080, which, you know, good enough. Like, as long as it has the NVIDIA tech that all these things are fucking built for, I guess. Also, agency shooting range? 25,000, what the fuck? That's just off by itself? It's got everyone in it. Let's have a look. Oh. Okay. Whoa. I didn't even run that on phones if I chuck it. I know, right? Yeah, I'm noticing like a fucking fuzziness on this TV's image. And I guess that is just it filters through the capture card, but it's annoying the shit out of me. Okay. Is this a sniping minigame? Control her. Oh, fuck. It's a shooting gallery. Alright. Hang on. Tap when the time is right. Good. Fucking hell. Getting the timing for this is fucky. Oh, who's down here? I could swear that one was meant to hit. Now with shields, excellent. This isn't even that fast, goddammit. Good. Second too early each time. Oh god. A bit more speed? Of course, God forbid. Looks sick. No, this is as far as I can go. Like, darn. Some RNG stuff, grit. Three and one. That's a bit wacky. That's funny though. That's in like it's neat that that's the, I guess, the gimmick mode for this one. Is pardon me. Oh, targeting range. It's kind of funny. I guess if you clear it, it also gives you a shot at fucking anyone. It's mainly these two. I also want at least one more R93 because she is extremely good. Alright. Who's in here? UK, that's fine. See, now you're fucking pretending to keep the pretense up. She's the one who's been a cyborg the longest, if I remember right. Is the doll gonna be Pinocchio? It is. Because the next doll is gonna have to be Purple Cark, most likely. And her whole thing is lying, so, you know, Pinocchio. There's a McDonald's logo in the background, I just noticed. I like that they directly acknowledge that, actually. Gonna be Purple Cark because Pinocchio. She's not exactly the... Although, mind you, if there were actual like specs, she would pretty casually because she's a T-doll, but... I guess these must be tracks from Gunslinger Girls anime. And your weapon is a shotgun. Streamer Twitch boy that actually played Seven Saga. Yeah, what's he up to now, the lunatic? He's at it again. This is the same guy who does. This is the same guy who just ran it loads of times, isn't it? Fucking madman. I don't know why anyone would repeatedly play the Seventh Saga, but I guess given he's already done it several times, what's one more for the pile? That's right, her pistol. She has like a silvery white pistol she like adores. Pardon me. Yep. Lying, most likely. You did forget about that. Alright, what are we dealing with? She almost adds a night map too. Well, we know what to do on that. What we got? Let's probably capture enemy command post on it. Let's just kill all enemies. Do we have a time limit? We do not. What are you? I mean, it's fucking, it's normal. I don't need to fret so much. Night Squad gives no shits. So has he like picked his character pair for this one? Like what's he going with? Or is it just purely for giggles? Not that, you know, I can suggest much anyway myself, because most I know is basically like the priest is essentially invincible after a very difficult early game. You get like a certain spell. Pardon me. I don't know, just saw this stream on the side, fair enough. He literally just started there. Amazing. I can't understand what compels. It compels someone to play the Seventh Saga multiple times. Alright. Actually, we probably won't get to see it. Trella has a interesting gimmick where if you have her equipped with her special equipment, which is a bayonet, she has a bayonet or a shotgun. If you have her equipped with a bayonet, what is it? If you're equipped with a bayonet, you can, when enemies get close to her, which, you know, they will, when enemies get close to her, they're doing a fair bit of damage on the handgun still anyway. She will actually stop firing and stop using ammo and switch to attacking them with the bayonet, and it does like double damage. And it doesn't use ammo, it has like very high accuracy. It also like, you know, swings very fast, which is pretty funny. Yeah, take the heliports first so we can like block off spawns. There's a few dolls, and like a scant few going forward, who actually have melee attacks going forward. Take that. I should have sent a different team after that because rifles have to move. Just like... From here, I think they all have their gear, their night gear on. They can't see anything because, you know, don't have a handgun. But yeah, they have the night gear on. They're fine. I'm glad he just came to me instead of making me go chase him. God, I kinda wish shotguns would work like that in general, not just, you know, an event deadly so he's buffed to the roof. I mean, I guess they technically do on like very weak enemies, but just literally take out a whole row just with one blast. Could with taunt, but I think we'd actually want the... Yeah, it isn't. I was wondering if there's gonna be like a special gimmick where like you had to let Tryla fight Carcino. This is like... I'm gonna assume she doesn't work the way our Carcino does, because if she does, that's terrifying, because it means she essentially has a one-hit kill shot. As I kinda doubt we're elite marked. Whoa. Oh, she calls debuff zones, alright. Dude. That's interesting. I'm kind of glad they didn't try just to give her like a, oh, every so often she does do the Hell Blast. It's not a side one. There's another wee minigame? Okay. Some people with a delivery addiction will rob their clients after making a delivery so they can deliver the goods again. Is that a Death Stranding reference? It wouldn't surprise me at this point, but... Okay, so what's our deal this time? The enemy boss is limited. Is this just a fight map against these gits? What are we doing here? Who's the boss? Given their power levels, I'm not actually sure I could beat them. Oh, I get it. So it's just grab all the bits. And then assign them to the right cyborg. Here, but we only have one at a time. One sitting on SVD, one sitting on P90, and one sitting on SVD. Oh, there's a glitch. That one's still blinking. Yeah. Oh, I see. Alright. That one gave me a thought. I guess I fucked up the first one, man. Oh, okay, no. What? I don't know. Alright. Hang on. Yeah, fuck this one up. Oh. Silver. That was an interesting one. The gun game is finally giving us some, like, real focus on the actual guns in specific. Considering I knew fuck all about, you know, the construction of the saw or the AUG, I think I did pretty well. All things considered. And where are we? Here we are. Don't tell me she's gonna come bursting with her. Can you? You couldn't earlier. Hmm. Hmm. Henrietta is our... I was only expecting it to be like a Anita was snuck in and done nasty things. Same way with VA11, but... She'll probably bear a grudge anyway, let's be real. She does have doll capabilities. Ew, look at that CG. Trailer's outfit, like her alt outfit, is actually really nice looking. Mainly because like the hat, the hat is scaled up for like the chibi's like bobbleheads, so it's fucking big and it just looks poofy and funny, and I really like it. Just shotgun blast. I notice we're forming a circle. What does that mean? Furniture. That would be nice to get, but I do not like I can't fight the shit in this EX mode. Alright, let's see what Pizza Lion's up to. I blew my nose there, sorry. For a brief second, that the music here sounded like it was about to break into like Stairway to Heaven. You finally catching on, Henrietta. Oops. Really, they're all dead, so technically, yes. This is the mention CG from the last year's Halloween event, actually. It's funny. Almost looked haunted, yeah. I wonder why. Oh. Sad it's just herself. That's right, that's a thing in Sadie. It's backstory that she had a lot of jobs bouncing around stuff like shopkeep, chef. Main ones were like pet salon, and I think another one was like childcare. It's neat by the way they do fall back on the little details for these things. I guess that explains why she's just remarkably comfortable with all this. She's had experience of it before. We even got an explanation for why we're fighting things. Or, well, I guess at least why we fought these the ones with Spas 12. Oops. Gosh. We got her armor on her shield, so we're good. Alright, what do we got? Oh, brutes. This is also the R83 map. What's your deal? Just kill everything, alright. As you do. Really should have repaired them actually, but fuck it. I mean, not that they need it, strictly speaking, it's only like scratch damage, but still. We still got like Molotovers and shit about it, might as well. This is what I was concerned about. I have to knock out all the heliports. We don't have time limit, do we? Beyond the S rank one, which is whatever. I like to hear the mission complete noise because it has to do that to jump into a... What was the mission? That was turn change actually. Never mind then. I was like, you can't just... I assumed they had to like fake a mission complete to like play the cutscene. Urbalo was an interesting one. There we go. Almighty Pizza Line. Oh, they're on standby. I should have set them to move. Oh, that's annoying. Seeing just regular dudes as the enemies is still a bit weird. Alright, up to it. Capture HQ. At least they're gonna go here to guarantee that they can make the captures. That's a bomb. At least well, they managed to get it. Right there. Where is Airstrike for? I should just have them out and spam it. It might be the Night Squad. It is Night Squad. Game should actually repair them, but fuck it. Ferry's on. Go fuck wild. She doesn't seem to have her charging mode thing active right now, which is good because she'd be screwed. Alright, with the pizza line. She's not in the front row, so she can't activate her shield. Not that she needs it, but... I really heard Spas's MVP, not Spas's, Sadit's beat the MVP line. Alright. I was fooled by the background image into thinking that was a movable line. Yep, that's basically what I was hoping for. Yeah, I should have moved her after all. I don't think I've ever been close enough to them to see the giant missile spray bursting out of them like that. Yep. I was hoping to run into one of us instead of sprinting down to like a fucking heliport. Just shy. Shotguns run faster than machine guns, so she doesn't have an issue. Although, reload. Probably should just retreated her, honestly. It's not like we need all 5 of them for this. The extra seconds don't hurt. M4. Take that, so we grab this. It is interesting as Val is continuously MVP, because like they're all night rifles, so all their stuff's made for like fighting at night. Yeah, all their abilities power up and all during night, so it's interesting that she's consistently MVP in day. Probably should upgrade the artillery fairy skill at some point. It's not very good even fully maxed, but hey, it's something. As long as we're getting into fights that are lasting long enough for it to actually, you know, take off. This gradual capture through a continuously spawning sea of enemies feels very Advance Wars even. I'm kind of having an urge to play Advance Wars myself after watching Evan stream it for a bit. When I say Advance Wars, I mean Advance Wars 2. So, Advance Wars 1 is like final. I just can't stand a lot of its maps being pre-deployed only. Like, I feel like Advance Wars only really came into its own once they began adding like the factories and stuff to like every map, not just like, you know, the half or less of the maps. Seize the day. Yeah. We'll never see Advance Wars again. we will never see Advance Wars again. I resign myself to this. The DPS output difference between this lot and fucking the AR team. Took them out with the intention of having them shit stomp some things, but the AP cost on the map it basically ended up with like them just being there to give extra AP more than anything. Yeah, get the finishing blow, why not? I do like that tip that says like night battles have turn limits, since like the midnight chapters have turn limits, and even then that's not consistent for all of them. That's like, you know, 90% of them have turn limits, every so often one doesn't. And then in like actual events and shit where, and even main chapters like normal and emergency chapters that are night based, they don't have turn limits. Before we get to that.
戦場は花を踏みながら前に進まないといけない場所です。見に来てくれたの?
Everyone get patched up. I've been neglecting to do that.
すべて破壊されました。かしこまりました。物資を全部破壊する任務ですね。
I'll collect everything. Her fucking dance animation, look at her. Also, look at this man. Even in GFL, he commits to the bit. polish some of my shit while I'm here. No, put that back. I didn't mean that one. There's no real point to keeping one of everything. I just do out of like this perverse habit, let's call it. I'm gonna touch the meal and the other thing a bit. Doing good for ourselves. I'll leave those till I complete the set again, just brainworms. Alright, Henrietta. No worries, Hammer. Thanks for coming out and watching. And yeah, sleep well. I'll see you when I see you. She acknowledges that it has been decades. Please don't cry. Oh. Henrietta. Didn't sound like a cyborg, but only a cyborg would do it. Vita means life. Oops. Alright, hang on a sec. The UI has had a bit of a shit. No possible drops, huh? I do believe this is our final mission. Because it gives us Henrietta. Justice, it's not on the arc of the, like the chair I use as a stool. Well, not stool, like as a desk. The administrator. Yeah, has had a bad time. This is a very, I want to say a very Yoko Taro style story. Realizing they've just been in these idealized worlds forever and the philosophy thereof. It kind of touches on some things that from Nier Automata. From certain bits of Nier Automata. Like how a certain character's story ends. She knows it's been years. She hasn't just been counting the R's and just going, oh, it's just R's. Just the question is, who spread the rumor then that led to this? Yeah, who was this administrator? That's a given, but... Yep, we've done it twice before. Hellion can eat shit when we ain't it done. Easy for you to say. You guess who's just gonna have to spend £100 on the gacha? He agreed to help in return for a photo of Miss Springfield. Yeah. No, that's running weird. That's still weird. In some ways, that's weirder. Can you please turn off my PM? Can you please turn on the pain inhibitors? Where's the fun in that? analyzing his shit to realize this is all pretty bad. I hear Luigi meowing. I had the door closed to block noise earlier, so I might just open that and let him in. Just give me a second. Gotta give him a wee squeak. No? No. He's not. He's gonna be silent. But oh, not that way. That way. There you go. There it is. Yeah, he's gonna be a wee bit squeaky and a wee bit upset, but because he's inside here. But I'm gonna keep him in a bit because we're almost done. Almost as good. Suddenly very glad I joined Griffin. Your individual liberty is nothing but a daydream. Oh, good. Red beans. I guess these are brutes. Yeah, brutes. Okay, so what's your deal? Patrol route. Patrol route. So we just like stuck for the first one? The boss is Henrietta? Danger. We have to occupy the command post, and that's done by surrounding it. Okay. This enemy is formidable. I don't know, the shotguns could probably take that. So check, this is, I did pick the normal one, right? Oh, I did, it's just a step up. Alright, that's fine. Jesus. I didn't realize there were snipers in that. They did fine except for the snipers, which is to be expected because they are anti-armor. The gits. That's fine. They can repair themselves after. The limited drop doll on here is CZ75, who already has something from fine on that front. I think you straight up can't move yet. Yeah, pretty much. Actually, you're stuck waiting for... Given these points, I'm gonna guess we have to touch that radar first, actually. Okay, fair enough. You swap these two around. I suppose you could safely step here and we could spawn someone else. Here, let's say someone else to the last echelon here. And then that way we have peak AP. Just 3 radars actually. I presume we could grab all 3. Mind you, easier said than done. Please shoot the closest dragoon. Thank you. Single git, he just happened to walk up past the taunt. Okay. What we got in here? That's simple enough. You run that down. Yep. It's not even seizing the radar, just standing on the radar retreats them. I think my teams would have fair odds against like 30k dragoons. Even if they are marked as elites or formidable or whatever. There might be a death stack for someone who this difficulty spec'd for, but I'm in an awkward spot where like this difficulty is basically fucking nothing to me. But EX is like just too mad of a jump. Okay, so your deal is you have to jump in here to make sure these gits don't get you. Hopefully they won't just stand on the go to the command post, because if they do, that's like I don't know what to do. I guess you would have to move down and to the right already. Yeah, and then you circle around once they passed over, I guess. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, good. Oh, I didn't see there was a bomber there. God damn it. That's fine, we'll just patch her up before we send her into anything. I don't know what type of boss, pardon me, I don't know what type of boss, like, Henrietta is, mind you, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, just shred them to pieces. Well, the way is technically clear. I want to say AR SMG is the best bet, all things considered, but fuck it, try it. Maybe if you lose, you lose. I just realized that red bean can reach. It's fine. Okay, so no, she's not actually a fight. Okay, good. I was gonna say. Have you realized? She's realized. Couldn't fight that well. Yeah, he also knew anything about everything here. It's a bit of an awkward position, like this fucking dongle has me in. If I could like set up and fashion a mount for the iPad for these things, I would need like a full tilt desk that I do not have, essentially, to do that. photo. Yep, so the originals did die. Yep. I just hit, that's a PS4 controller. Let me tell you about T-dolls. It all comes back around to AIs questioning what they really are. Got him. And they're talking about Griffin and Kruger. Does ask the question of who made it then. If I knew Gunslinger Girl in full, I would probably be able to guess. But I don't. It's become a significantly worse place. And that's saying something considering where you came from. Pinch. Meow. Yeah, alright, Luigi, don't worry. Knock. This has a surprise. It's like the DJ Max one and VA11's one kind of strung together almost. in terms of theme. Some of the like who do not want to be forgotten, especially from a older franchise actually, and then also you know, like artificial recreations of actual people, questioning if they can truly be those people. Goodbye, Vita. He's trying his best to be a penis.
What are you doing? Where are you? Hello.
Perfect harmony. You just have to, don't you? It's like, you know. You're having fun, aren't you, Kalina? "24-week physical training camp." Sneaky devil. Luigi. Less. I mean, Ken already had a romantic flirt hit. Yes, I know, I see you. I should have just let you wander still. Now that we have a virtual reality, a VR chat server, the prankster dolls have to go be fucked with it. A big shot, sure. Keep eating. Why are you in the child forms? It's only her turn. Why? I don't know. Probably she didn't get used before this. There it is. Arcane is tiny again. I guess they're on level 2 and they can just shift whenever the fuck, really. Bless. They got a happy ending of a sort at the end. It's not really them, but I wonder, given that Yuzong is a fan of this, if this is also basically just his own personal little fanfic for a happy ending to a series he liked. Which is funny given the amount of suffering he's putting into fucking GFL itself. Oops. Stop. Most damage, and then just slot these two in. That'll be fine. I should have put them in first because they were lowest. Okay. Let's just go do that now before I collect the ring out. God bless 9991. CMS is a faster shot than P23. I was wondering if the SMG or P. I guess it makes sense that SMGs have higher rate of fire. I was nonetheless curious who's faster on the draw. Using this one to like cheat mission things like that is quite fun. Just because you can do stuff like that, just make odd teams and see who shoots first or whatever. Alright. Collect your stuff. Well, the EX1 stings, I'll have to like look into it. There's guys and shit, so I'll have to at least look at what teams the guys have. And if it's like people using like, you know, like the Korean server or Chinese server versions and they're playing with like fucking the Beach Fairy from Shattered Connexion ranking and all the rest of it, I'm going to be livid. I'm just going to be livid, right. There's no two ways about it. Maybe the shield, I think really the main issue is like my equipment. Most of my equipment is not like, it's either like at best partially upgraded and not, in most cases isn't. And that's basically the sum total of it. If I just beefed everyone's stuff up and actually calibrated and everything would be fine. But let's tot everything up. Shit. New Fork EX, hell yeah. And that was the only EX mission I actually managed. The rest of this is mostly just bits of resources, cores. Come on. 50 tokens. Yo. It's interesting that they didn't, from what I understand, like the voice actors, like the few voice lines they have are listed from the anime. So they're just just recordings from the anime or whatever, just lifted and used here. It's kind of, I guess, to be fair, like getting the actual VAs back either would have been too difficult, or especially in like pandemic times, actually would have either been too difficult or too costly probably for their few new lines. Probably should have left Henry who lost there, just to have a nice bookend while I'm here. Still, well, it's only day one, so we're fine. I'm just like, yeah. I got like 3. Oh damn, I need 3 more likes for that one. Those ones are always a pain. Giving likes is pretty easy. Just run down your entire friend list like 2 days in a row and you're done. If you have, just add everyone who adds you. But getting likes back is always a bit of a pain in the ass. Not that you need them to, it's just basically to get that challenger medal. I'm interested in PM06 because apparently she is a very good night specific SMG. Let's have a look at some. 85. I was gonna be like, if I got enough tipped over, I actually would just, bite. You know what, actually? Hardly optimal, but go for it. I don't think I've ever shown these on stream, really, but given the whole... Actually, I probably I did once when I had, like, free stuff. So you might as well. Isn't the new gacha animation just so crazy? Instead of just be like all 2D sprites that just kind of wiggled a bit, not even fully animated. I won't lie, I was hoping stream luck would kick in, but alas. I did get Brens just from doing stuff, but I want MDRs here, and I also want the attack 50s, and then I'm basically good. Getting both is going to be a pain though. I died a little bit all. Alright, well. Well put, dog. That's been... I'm surprised I actually got that done in one. It was a bit on the shorter side, to be fair, compared to... Like, VA11 was massive, but I guess they went for it because they're basing it off of visual novels, where it's like, yeah, just fucking go for it. Full tilt. DJ Max was longer than this by a bit, but it had a lot of story. It might have been like they could have, because they could have a lot more freedom with story and writing with those two properties. They just went for it a bit more. Stop a sec. Wait for me to finish talking. Fucking cat. See, now you broke my train of thought. Son. What the... Bruh. Yeah, that might be part of it. Imagine there's probably more restrictions on what they could do here. Probably not too many, like hardly anything unreasonable and all. I doubt there'd be anything that unreasonable, like constraining him doing stuff, considering what they did do, which was effectively give Gunslinger Girl a quote-unquote happy ending. But, oh, pardon me. Yeah. Actually, right now. Did I reach my... Well, I didn't. I have like 10 more to go today. Because I think you can get 60 teddy bears a day. So... basic gist is... you won't see any of it because it's, I'll be doing it. Basically, so just grinding for dolls, grinding for teddy bears. And then we'll be... just clean out the shop, as per usual events. I guess part of it, to be fair, is I did just switch to normal this time, as well. I didn't try after, like, that one thing I said, fuck it, just play normal and go through it. Which helps, so on top of being a bit shorter, it's just, I didn't fuck about with the EX maps much. I'm gonna have to look up and see what the recommended anything is for that, and I'm gonna guess from now I really do just have to knuckle down and start upgrading and calibrating everyone's gear before I can actually do anything, which I need to do anyway. To be fair, I already knew that I needed to do that because I did it for the Summer Mire event. Had a future KCCO boss, like a giant fucking Metal Gear thing, and I put the SGMG team out, Echelon 6, and they did alright. Like, they hung on barely, but ultimately couldn't beat it. But they did pretty well, all things considered. So I just went on a spree, like completely maxed out all their gear, like full calibration and everything, like, all ammo to +10, ammo boxes +10, shotgun armor to +10. Didn't do a shotgun shells because that's mostly wanted the defenses up. Scopes maxed out, and they went from just barely hanging on to basically, they didn't exactly shit stomp it, but they did beat it pretty handily. And actually, I guess that's a point. I mentioned a few times on streams and talking to Chris and all that Chapter 9 Night was a pain in the ass. And it was. I admit I used the guide for 9-1 because it's like fucking resurrecting enemies. Yeah, it's like a time limit map. We kill all enemies within like a short time limit. You have no resupplies, and there's multiple heliports that spawn fucking enemies. I was like, no, fuck that. If it was daytime and I could see it, I could like plan better, I probably would, but it's nighttime, fuck it. That's why that one has 8 attempts for it. I just decided to use a guide. And then, yeah, the rest of them I did pretty handily, except for the last one, which is, it took a bit of fuss. But when I did, because that one is like fucking a train of red beans on the way to Judge that I had to work out how to get around. But once I got that sorted, they did manage to fight and beat Judge at night pretty handily, and this fucking like post-Easter night chapter. Is this post-Easter? I think 9 Night is post-Easter. I forget. Point is, they did it. They did it, and they could, if Easter was still about, they could probably actually beat Judge on EX now, maybe, possibly. But that's a what if until Easter comes into the fucking campaign, I guess. But yeah, things are going good. I just have to. I want to build up. That's probably a good enough number to do some stuff with. Like parts at 76,000 is actually really good. That's probably enough to at least get one team's core gear, 2 teams' core gear to max calibration plus 10 all around. We'll see how we go. I do need to get back to raising T-Dolls. I wanted to get X95 up and running, put her in Echelon 3 because she syncs well with AUG, and then move JS9. I don't know where yet, but move her somewhere. Wait for Sanguis capture just to then give us like the extra 4 teams. Because I wouldn't use all 4 teams on Sanguis units, at least not right away anyway, because you only have like 1 ringleader for ages, most likely. I'll just have Scarecrow and that's it, so that would leave, 3 team slots for more T-Doll teams, which is the ideal. I'm rambling now. That's been Teatrino. Teatrino? Yeah, Teatrino. Roughly. I'm probably pronouncing that more like French, but the Gunslinger Girl collab. That was pretty good. I quite enjoyed that, even if I hadn't fully consumed Gunslinger Girl, so I imagine quite a bit of it was lost, or at least not fully hitting for me. Worth coming back to once I've actually like read the entire manga or watched the anime or whatever. But it was good stuff. Next stream. I think it is just gonna be alternating Minecraft. I probably will just do that the thing I was saying with Amamli and Hammer last time, just until I be like streaming fighting Yozora and Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind until I win. Just alternate that in Minecraft until pretty much until Melody of Memory hits, I think. I was actually, to be in truth, I'm kind of like put out because I actually expected this to take 2 streams at least, maybe even 3. I kind of forgot. I should have expected 2 because the collabs are shorter. I think VA11 was 2, DJ Max was 2, and this was 1. Whereas Isomer was like fucking 4 or 5. Canadian Turns was like 3 or 4. I didn't do Singularity, because, Ennui hit at that point, so I was just gonna run around and just play that one to myself. I could come back and do that in campaign at some point. There's much to be done. Hello, Luigi. You're sitting there looking directly at me very pointedly. You want me to release you from the room. I am aware of this, but I'm wrapping up. You'll be free in a minute. You're such a good cat, sitting there patiently, staring daggers at me. Yeah. I'm just talking shit now. Thank you for watching, and good night. Most likely next stream will be Minecraft, just to continue that. And then I'll probably fit fighting Yozora in whenever I have a gap. Night.